See how they decorated it.
All right, so first of all, tell me a little bit about why did you start looking for a new house? Why did you come? Why did we go look at a home?
Well, I think Janet has been thinking about it for quite some time. And she said, well, I don't want, and she wanted to include me in it. And she said, I didn't want you to have to leave your friends and everything. I said, don't wait for me to pass out of the picture.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I can adjust. I can figure out how to get to see my friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, because it's a very close-knit group that I belong to. It was an exercise group to start with. So then she started thinking about it. Well, then Erin came to stay with us because she was looking for a place to live. And then they decided, why not the two of them? And I go in with them too. They take me in with them too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
what was the situation? Where were you living before? Was everyone living before this?
In Cherokee, in a condo.
Yep,
Okay.
you guys had your own, and I had one too. We got
Yeah.
our own condos, and then I sold mine, and then ended up living with my sister for a while, and thought, oh, I'm done with that. And then Janet and I started talking, and we thought in the future we're the single ladies of the family. So we thought, well, why don't we do something together? Why don't we build? And then we kind of were discussing, well, we can do this maybe after Grandma passes. And then Grandma was like, no, you don't have to wait. Let's do it now. And then we said, okay, let's do it now.
and we looked at houses at first, but we really decided the best idea was to build it ourselves because we knew exactly what we wanted, and we wanted it all accessible, not only for Mom, but my future too. And then Erin and I realized we could get quite a bit more house by combining our resources. So we decided the house actually belongs to Erin and I, and then Mom pays us some rent to stay here.
Perfect.
I call it contributing to the expenses. I don't call it rent because
Yeah.
on my income tax I don't have to show, I don't show rent.
Sure.
And I'm paying, I don't think it's a third, but I'm
No,
contributing.
we divided the expenses of the house by ability to pay.
Yes.
So each of us has a different amount that we contribute to the house.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, of course, what's Mom's cooking and ironing worth?
Oh, so
And laundry.
My one job is to empty the dishwasher because Erin's one to fill it. That's my job, that and laundry, and
And
then
then-
some cooking.
and then makes wonderful meals for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we
That's
actually
pretty
have
valuable.
advantage. It is. It's a great advantage to having Mother living with us.
Yes.
And then we made decisions about how we wanted the flow of the house, also based on what if somebody was in a wheelchair or using a walker. So we looked at what choices we made, even the levers of doors, entrance into it. How do we make this in the bathroom? How do we make it all so that it is accessible for any ability?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what are some of the key features of the house that you're referring to?
So the key features of the house that we really wanted was accessibility, which included the bathroom having a flat entrance, zero entrance, I think they call it, for the shower. We wanted levers on the doors, the easy ability to turn on and off lights. And then we wanted a kitchen area that accommodated a big family, because all the family comes here and eats meals on Sundays. And then we wanted a house that had lots of living area, because when the whole family is here, we'll have 15 or 20 people, and so we like to all be together. We call us puppies in a box. And this house has now been nicknamed the Hen House. So this is now the Hen House. Another feature we wanted in the house was a pantry so that we could put all of our supplies in there. Mom wanted to be able to pull out and see when she's cooking. And then having that island so that it was easy to use. A big sink, because every time you cook, you're filling it with lots of pots and pans. And then we really, really wanted a screened-in porch. But that turned into this wonderful sunroom based on the representative who sold us this house. So no sunroom, making it into a sunroom with windows and walls, and that made it a much more four-season usable room. And it turns out to be one of our favorite rooms, and we never close those doors. Winter, it's warm. Summer, it's cool. There's a ceiling fan in there to keep it cool as well. So that's just a really great feature. The other thing we wanted was lots of windows and lots of light.
Fantastic.
And you really wanted a walk-in basement. That you couldn't get.
Yes. So the basement, we wanted to make sure there was a living area that was for Erin as well, so that she felt like she had her own space. So we had 9-foot ceilings, we had 4-foot windows. We made that area into a living room, little kitchenette, 2 bedrooms, and a full bath downstairs, and that gives her own space as well.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm trying to talk in sound bites because then you can clip it out.
So to get to that, how did you feel about how you got to the point of the design of this house, the ultimate design of this house?
So I think the best feature that we found working with Viridian Homes was that we got a totally custom-built house simply by sitting down, starting with a model, and then changing it to meet the needs that we had. So we were able to get a custom-built house without paying for a custom build. So basically, you walked us through a model. We took out things, we added things, we added space, we put more room in the garage, we added the sunroom, the pantry, we took out a bedroom on the first floor. All of that you did, helping us in looking at that. And then you had architects that actually drew it up to make it into exactly what we wanted.
And from the drawings, could you really tell, kind of like this all looks right? I mean, did the house turn out to be what you thought it was going to be?
I would say yes.
More than.
Yeah.
Because we kept thinking we needed more space, and you kept pushing the walls out as far as you could with the lot. And we really realized we had all the space we needed. It was perfect. We needed a dining area that could seat all of our family. It comes, we've got a dining room table that pulls out to 120 inches, so we knew that we could have enough space for that, and there is still, and this living area is still
Well,
spacious.
and I say we look back at the plans now, and it is our house.
Yep.
When I look back and I look at the plans, I go, yeah, that's exactly what we got.
Yes, exactly what we wanted. The outside porch, perfect. That deck is perfect because it gives us privacy, how we have it set up here. And it was exactly what we expected.
That's great. That's great. When you went to go choose like the colors and the finishes, how was that?
That was
how
my
was that
favorite part.
What was her name? So we can start with her name.
Kimberly?
Kimberly.
Oh,
Okay,
that
so
was our favorite part.
we love Kimberly. She really helped us in making decisions because I would come up with some ideas, but I definitely am not an interior
Me
designer. Not even close. Neither is Erin. We did have strong feelings about colors, but yet we had ideas, and they were morphed into really quality materials, and she gave it the eye of an interior designer.
Well, and all the choices that they had were ones we would have chosen.
All of them. There was never a choice that we didn't think, oh, that isn't anything I wanted.
No.
Everything, the lights, the fixtures, the flooring, the paint colors, the cabinetry, everything had something that
So
we
simple.
were happy to choose from.
So
We
simple.
thought we had lots of choices.
That was my favorite part.
So during the building process, so you've got everything chosen, you signed off on your plans, and then you got to see the house as it was being built. How did you like that process?
That was my favorite process. I loved coming here and looking at how the house was moving along. When they first put up just the walls, we'd come all the time. We were here almost every day looking at, okay, they got the floor, the ground dug. All right, now they got the cement in the foundation. And then we'd come and now they got the walls up. And just being able to visualize what it was going to look like was really fun. And when they finally you had the windows in, we knew this was going to be a home that we were going to love.
Awesome. Were there any bumps along the way?
I wouldn't say with the building process. That was the only thing we even had any trouble with is with banks and stuff. But I wouldn't
Oh,
say
yes,
the
our
actual,
financing.
Oh, that's right. I
the
remember that now.
assessor.
yeah, with the assessor.
That's
but
right.
that really had nothing to do with.
And
Yeah.
we had no bumps with, we had
No.
no issues at all from start to finish
Which I
with the building.
couldn't believe.
Yeah, that
From hearing
assessment was
from other
weird.
people who
Yeah.
build, the stress and the calls, and I was like, ours is pretty easy.
It was really easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah, I have heard other people talk about how stressful building a house was. And Erin and I looked at each other, we said, it was amazingly simple. You guided us through the process. I told everybody who we had bought the house from and who helped design it. And then I'd say it was so simple and very stress-free.
Very stressful.
Yeah, we loved it.
So you lived here for how long now?
Let's
A
see,
year and a half?
and we've moved in February.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Well,
about a
I
year
was
and a half.
down in Florida. They did all.
That's right. You were
Yes,
gone.
we had to
I
move
was
all
gone.
our
I came
stuff.
home. My bedroom was all. My daughter-in-law decided she was the one, the one that liked the blue, and she did all that room. She was in charge of furnishing that room. And I came home and my clothes were all hung in the closet. My closet thing are all in the desk drawers, and everything was put away. And
Best way to move.
Yeah.
She left and nothing was packed. She came home and she came to a new house and unpacked. She was
Yeah.
in Florida for 3 months, and that's the time it took for us to pack and
Yeah.
move
But
and
I
unpack.
wasn't feeling well before I left, and so I should have done a lot more packing. I could have,
Yeah.
There's no reason why I couldn't, but I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, when we first moved in, every day we'd come home and just be like, oh, I love coming home.
Oh, we definitely did. Erin and I would walk in the door and have that new house smell, and we both go, I love our new house.
I still do that once.
I know. We'd walk in and go, honestly, and we seriously, we did
We did that every
We'd
day.
come home and go, I love our house.
That's wonderful to hear.
I know.
Grandma, how do you tell us about your room, your space?
Oh, it's wonderful. Yes. I'm very comfortable, and it was easy to adjust myself to it. And
Yeah.
I had to do some changing in the drawers because
And what do you have in your room? Besides your bed, obviously.
yeah, I have a desk, and so I do quite a bit of letter. I belong to an Eastern Star, and I send birthday cards to every Monday I spend my time at the desk, and whatever business I have, I don't have much, and my television is there. Although I'm not, I need hearing aids, and so television seems like it's hard to understand it.
Mhm.
Although Janet fixed it so that it's audio
Oh, good.
for
That's better,
everything, so
yeah.
that really helps. But my television is there. When I get up in the morning, and I still take a newspaper every day. So I would once in a while go out, but now I've decided, oh heck, the kids have to go out anyway, so they pick it up for me. At the condo, the paper was there a little after 5, and so I'd get up. I usually get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm not a long sleeper, and so then I would go out in the hall and pick up the paper and bring it in and do my crossword before I even got dressed or anything. But here and then when I go to Florida, I also get a newspaper, the local one, so then I wait, my son-in-law brings that in, so I get in the habit of doing my reading later,
Oh, sure.
probably after breakfast. But that's what I do. I get up and then I love reading, so I do a lot of reading. I read a lot of books, and then eventually Janet or Erin comes in with the paper, and I go out and make some coffee. I'm the only coffee drinker here, so I make my own coffee, and then I'll have a cup of coffee, and then they'll get off to work, and then I have breakfast.
What else is in your
I know.
bedroom?
Like you have a beautiful window.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're trying to get you to say the things you have in your bedroom.
Oh.
What else do you have in your bedroom?
What else do I have in my bedroom? A couch.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a couch?
Yes,
Okay,
I
yeah.
have my own couch, and it's just really nice to have it there.
Sure.
Although I don't use it much, but it's handy. And then when I do the laundry, I bring a wash in there and fold, and that's a good place to fold laundry too.
Right. Wow, a desk, a couch, your bed, obviously, and a
Oh,
TV.
yeah,
and
it's-
Oh, and your chair.
Yes,
Oh,
and I
you have a
have
big
a
chair in there?
recliner chair, so I put my feet up. My
Very
hand-
nice. Yeah.
And then beside my bed, I have a chest, and that is my crossword puzzle supplies, because I have reference books and so forth. But also in there, I do kind of cross stitch.
Oh, okay,
And
wow.
so I enjoy doing that while I'm watching television.
Yeah.
But now, Elaine has at work the television for Netflix.
Oh, great.
And I can't, I'm gonna be watching some of that. I go on binge, what you call it?
Binge watching?
Binge watching. I have series that
Yeah,
so,
of course.
so that I'll probably do, although the afternoon, unless I have to pull the blinds, otherwise the sun shines in
Yeah.
and I can't see the
You have
television.
too much light, right?
And you have big
She
windows,
has a
right?
big window.
You have large
Yeah,
windows.
but
What?
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
what's
it.
your
I
view
hate
out there?
having to even close the blinds.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
What's your
pond?
What's your view, Mother?
I see the pond and the ducks and the building.
Oh,
It's just been fascinating
yeah.
to
Sure.
watch these houses going up and see the progress.
Yeah, there was nothing here before when you
Nothing.
guys
Nothing.
moved in, right?
We were
Right.
the only house here.
Yeah.
And of course, I can't see, those have all been built there too, but
Yeah.
I can't see those very well.
Sure.
But I can sure see these.
Everything else, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the pond and the nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Birds.
ducks and the birds and
Yeah.
the
Turkeys.
and the turkeys
Yeah.
and then their flowers. They've got I got a couple little lilac bushes down
Oh,
there,
that's
and
nice.
I thought, you suppose they're the bush, and they were just filled with lilacs, and her lilac in the
Oh.
front also blossomed.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we chose-
fantastic.
You know, part of this process is also being able to get the landscaping done.
Right.
So we chose some landscaping outside, and that's all coming this year. And we added, of course, lots more flowers. And then we also thought about, you know, how do we really expand this landscaping as well and making this grass really good. So Erin's been working on mowing the grass, but we did a lot more treatments to our grass. So we got the free treatments,
Yeah.
but we did additional treatments
Oh, good.
for getting rid of weeds and for fertilizing
Yeah.
the grass. So we're only in the second year, and our grass is really quite nice.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Erin, tell us a little about your space.
Well, I get to have my own space. So we decided that we always wanted to have another living room or space downstairs. And so we knew we were going to finish it because we knew I wanted a bedroom downstairs kind of away. And so with that, then we're like, okay, well, let's have an additional living room. And it's just wonderful down there. And then we have another, wouldn't call it kitchen because there's no stove, but we call it a little bar, and then a full-size refrigerator. And the space is just amazing. Got a workout area, a whole other couch
Oh,
for
that's
people
right.
to go entertain. Our spare room is downstairs. My big bedroom's downstairs with a bathroom, and it's lovely. Got tall ceilings. Doesn't feel like a basement. It just feels like another level. And so
Yeah.
instead of going up, we went down, because another important part we wanted was a ranch, because we wanted bedrooms on the first floor for
Right.
people who aren't able to go upstairs. And so, but this way we were able to get that, but then still have additional space downstairs and have, you know, a private area down there. So it's just,
Being the younger generation.
being the younger generation, we go downstairs. And so it's just absolutely lovely, and it's one of my favorite parts of the house. It's
Fantastic.
my area.
So, Janet, what do you think would be your favorite part of this house?
Well, there's two spots. One is the sunroom because it's we're on a corner lot, and so that's really helped to be able to have a wide open view. We have a pond behind us, a pond kitty corner from us, so it's a beautiful view. So I love the sunroom, but I also love the kitchen because that's where our family gathers and cooks together and eats together. So that's where we prepare wonderful meals. Mom prepares great meals. Erin is doing instant pot meals now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Instant
Those
Pot.
are delicious. And then we'll have all the family gathering around our table. So the kitchen tends to still be a favorite spot.
Yeah, great.
It's a gathering spot.
It is.
Right.
And I think somebody had a sign, no matter where I have my guests, they always like my kitchen best. And, that's it. Everybody's standing around with a drink. And
They're all
True.
over there by the kitchen.
That's true. Yeah.
so now we got plenty of room. Otherwise, at the condo, it was a galley kitchen.
Oh,
and
right.
It was very crowded.
It was
Yeah,
very cut off.
did work very
So
well.
now we're always together, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And
So-
we have enough separate spaces for each generation.
Because
to
we
kind
have
of
shut
enjoy
those
that.
doors once, when it got too loud. A bunch of us went in there and
Oh.
shut those doors, and it was lovely.
Yes.
Oh. So you do close them once in a while.
We did close
There-
it.
Yes, they
So
did.
it's good they're
You
there.
were going to talk about us, the next generation.
I don't remember why we shut. We did.
You were talking about us. I know why you did.
I don't remember, but it worked. It actually shut out the noise quite a bit.
And also, Erin has card club once a week, and they have all these little kids that come over, and they just gather around in this living room, playing games. Sometimes they'll run around downstairs, and then they're playing cards over here, and it's almost like separate.
Yeah.
And they have so much fun. And sometimes, how many kids are here? Is it?
God, 8 or 9.
Yeah, there can be 8 or 9 kids. So young boys and girls, mostly girls.
That's great.
But so it's really set up well for that as well.
Because there's
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah, we have
Oh, yeah.
toys in the.
But it's good for
container.
Oh,
entertaining. It's good
perfect.
flow of the house.
Yeah.
That's a nice flow.
So what would you say to someone who said to you, "Oh, I would never want to go through that whole process of building a house"?
I've had people say that to
Yes.
me, and I tell them to go to Viridian because it's different. It was so much easier because everything was just taken care of. We didn't actually have to talk to the electrician or anything like that. It was so easy, and so I've told lots of people that who have said to me, I don't want to go through building, or someone who said, oh, I built a house, I'm never going to do it again. I'm like, well, if you do want to do it again, try
Yeah.
it this way.
I agree 100% because the process is so simple. You've simplified it. You think of everything. How would we know what you would need for, even light fixtures, where they would go? I don't know where
I
they
don't
go.
know.
So that's what I liked best about this process is that it was you have such knowledge of how to build a house and how to customize it for the customer that knowledge is so valuable for a customer to be able to say, oh, that was easy.
Well, and we actually went to someone before coming to Viridian, and the guy told us no.
Yeah.
He was like, no. We were kind of broken heart after
I
that.
know.
And then you said, I don't know, and then you just said, let me try one more thing or something,
Yes.
and then you met Norman, that was it.
That was it.
And then we were back on again.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, because
We now have this beautiful
We
home.
saw another
So,
builder, and they
yeah.
kind of said, no, we can't do this for you.
Right.
And we were like, well, I guess that's it then.
And then we started out with a different lot, and then you said, well, it wasn't quite what we were looking for.
We were in McFarland.
Yes, we were in McFarland. So
Yep.
then you said, there's some opening up. And when we saw this lot, we fell in
We
love
drove.
with it.
We drove separately. We
Yes.
came to look at it. I drove in. You drove in. We got out of the car. We hugged that second.
Yes.
We knew this was it. As soon as we saw this lot, that was
I
it.
remember that.
And
I
we
mentioned
lost-
it. I
yeah.
said, well, take a look at this. It's not too far from here
Yeah.
where we were in McFarland.
Mhm.
And, this lot has some of the things
Their idea
you're...
was to build
Yeah.
Yeah, you originally wanted to be
But
there.
in the end, we love this location.
Love it.
We love the Metro Market.
Oh my God.
We love that pharmacist. My gosh, Cam, his name. He's the best pharmacist.
But I'm
You
finding
should
that
get
pharmacy
every-
is worth buying
I
this
know.
house.
And then we're like 10 minutes from East Town
Yeah.
and some prairie. She's
The only
in church.
bad thing is we have to wander around to get to the interstate. And
Oh.
next door to it.
It's true. And I have to say, there is one thing that you don't have to put on here. But that the thing is, we did not know this location would not be part
Yeah.
of Madison Metro. Because she's elderly, uses Metro Plus for getting picked up and dropped off.
Or right
this
outside.
spot is she has to drive to Metro Market to get picked up.
Oh, I see.
And then to
Yeah.
go over to her girlfriend's over in by Cherokee.
Yeah.
So it was I wouldn't have expected it.
No.
We're in the township of Blooming Grove,
Yeah. Oh.
which and that has really probably not much implications except for
For
if
the
you
bus.
if you are disabled, you can't get the disabled bus.
Oh, that bus won't come right
It
here.
won't come to the
Won't.
house.
Mhm.
It's like right outside. But
Yeah.
that's
Even though
Wouldn't
there's
it
bus
come to like
spots.
down the street or something?
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
the closest one was the closest place for us was Metro Market.
Metro Market.
well, I mean, we could have had Grandma drive down the street, but we wanted a place for her to park
Right.
Yeah.
and to get out. I mean,
Right.
you could take her walker probably down the end of the road and then pick her up.
I'm not sure
But-
where it's
Right. It's probably not too far because I know there's
Because
a
if you look
bus.
at the map,
I know there are buses that come
there's
down.
bus stops
Yeah.
all around here, but those don't count for Metro Plus. You
So if the
have
bus
to-
goes there, Metro
That is
Plus
correct.
wouldn't necessarily.
It is a different zone for
Yeah.
Metro Plus as it is for the Metro bus system.
Yeah.
Because some of those buses apparently are more for schools.
yeah, for high school.
For
Okay.
school.
Yeah.
But,
So,
well, that's something the city's got to work out.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really an
Right.
advocacy. But it's good to know
Yeah.
if people really did,
To
like
make sure to
we
check
were
the
thinking
Metro-
about
the Metro
accessibility.
Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that check to see if Metro Plus will
Goes
come there if you
Sure.
indeed need that. So I am a guardian for a man, and the apartments were built over on Milwaukee Street,
Mm-hmm.
and so those are lovely and built by Viridian. Did
Nope.
you know that? They're not?
Nope. Milwaukee and Milky Way, is that
That's,
which one?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's not Meridian. That's, they would have been built
Oh.
better if it was
We
Meridian.
did not build those, no.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
We only had architectural control over what it looked like.
Yeah.
Oh,
We could just
okay.
tell
Well,
them.
anyway, they have disabilities, and
Okay.
the Metro Plus does go there.
Sure. Okay.
But I checked to make
Yeah.
sure.
And that's not too far, but that's strange that yeah.
Yeah, they're very close. We're in a
Okay.
dead zone.
Yeah. Any last things you want to say before we end?
I'm just very thankful that we came to you and got our house.
I am too.
That's all I gotta say. I'm
I-
glad.
I-
I can't believe how
And
fast.
I'm very happy to be part of this.
Fantastic.
Because
It's different, when they were living with me,
Yeah.
and now I'm living with them,
Yeah.
but it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I feel so blessed that I have this care, because
Yeah.
I can feel like they take awfully good care of me.
Yeah.
I try to do my share, but I'm getting feeble.
Well, that was
Let's see, Mother. You are going to be 97.
yeah.
I can't believe it. I don't feel
Well, I remember that
Nobody believes it.
this is what we talked about was that the two of you would take care of Mom when she was here, and then Aaron would take care of
Take care of
Janet.
me.
Yep, and then the next generation.
Then
can
Aaron's
start
got to
doing
bring
it.
someone else in to take care of her.
We've already gotten nieces.
Yes,
and then,
we
you know,
have it
like,
figured out.
We gotta figure it out. Start getting the nieces in here and be like, look at this can be your room. Or any other single person family or not.
Yeah, we'll
We
work
don't
it
mind
out.
spouses. Anyone can come.
Well, this has been great. Thanks so much for sharing your story. It's an important story because we don't just build houses. You know, we want to know like how this affects your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a place to sleep, right? It's
It's
all
a
these other
home,
things.
yeah.
So it was my honor to be able to help you do this, and I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity, and so grateful that it really has worked out so well.
Yeah, really well.
I bet you wondered sometimes.
What are these people playing?
No, not at all. You're all a pleasure to work with the whole time, and this is what makes my role so wonderful.
Yeah.
Is to be able to do this for people. So
Well, and I have a brother-in-law who builds things in his own home. He's not a builder, but he looked around this place and he was super impressed.
Well, Ken was too.
That's what I meant. My
Oh,
brother-in-law.
I was thinking Bob.
Oh no, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Ken
brother-in-law.
walked around here and he was so impressed.
He was.
And it is not
That's
easy
not
at
an easy
all
one?
to
To
impress
Please
him.
him.
He's the man who built that little cardboard house out there. He has kind of his cardboard things, but
Yeah.
no, he just was very. He he was surprised, not
He said,
surprised, but he said
this
this
is well built.
he said this house is very well built.
That's right. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
great to hear.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great to hear.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know.
I wanna know.
Right.
Looks
Right.
good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you bring some people in like when we were still under construction? You brought some
Oh,
family
yes,
by.
yes, we did bring many people in.
Many
Yeah.
people.
Well, like, yeah, because we would be like, we brought Janet Allward once
Mhm.
with us.
Yeah, we're always bringing people in
Yeah.
there to see the building
Yeah,
process,
so.
Yeah, I
but
remember that.
legally and illegally.
It's in the past.
No,
We're beyond
no,
that now.
it's not. But no, when we would have our building inspection things, we would have other people
Oh
come.
yeah, we always have
Yeah.
people come, family.
Because we're a huge family and
Yeah.
everyone wanted to see. Well, even like, because you couldn't come for electricians, so I brought my friend
Yeah.
Yeah.
to help me make decisions. But I was like, I'm not sure.
And that's totally great.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had family involvement right from the beginning because
Mhm.
they knew they'd be spending time here.
Yeah.
This is the gathering place
It's
for
the
our
gathering
family.
place.
Well, and
Yeah.
everybody chipped in. I know that they all spent weekends packing and
Yeah.
moving and getting things in order.
That's great.
It was a big job.
A big family affair,
Because
huh?
we lived in that house, I lived in the condo for 20 years.
Wow.
And while I was a widow, a long part of that time, but during 70 years of marriage, you accumulate a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And
And I brought out my stuff.
That's where we
and,
needed a big
and
basement.
Janice's pretty good about collecting things too. And Erin even
And
had
my
to
stuff's
do it.
not even here yet.
No, hers
She
is
hasn't
still in
emptied her storage unit yet.
She still has some in storage.
You still have
So-
storage?
Yes! All that basement because I kept.
So it was 3 households.
Yeah.
Yes,
With
3
all-
houses.
Right.
That was
with people that collect, not orders, but collect.
No, we are 3 households.
Well, you
Yeah.
see that big box there, that's just a few of the photo albums that
Oh,
they
my
had to
goodness.
haul.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a
but-
lot.
We had to combine 3 houses and we did it.
3
but
households.
That also meant 3 incomes, which is also helpful.
Yeah. Right. A lot of positives there. Well, great.